This one's a pretty tough one. We're trying to find the equation of this logarithm. And so I'm going to start with a couple of things. First of all, if it was like a regular log, right for me, log base, I'll just say log of x, it would have a graph more like this. And so given that it's going the other direction, it must be a log of something and it's shifted, like a b plus, or b should say minus x because it's going the other direction. And so, and also given that we have this asymptote of x, or let's going to call it b equals 2, that's our asymptote. So I'm going to say this is log base something of b, no, I was going to say 2. 2 minus x. Okay, that's our first little bit of a clue, and somewhat, and I wouldn't say it's a leap, really. Now this is growing pretty quickly. We have a couple of points. We have -3, 3, and we have the point 1, 1 that it goes through that are solid. Those are going to be important in trying to determine what this is. There's still a lot of, I would say, some guesswork on what we're going to do here. So given that this is what we have, I'm going to define this as f of x equals sum a times log base, and this is a different b for base, times, or no, of, 2 minus x plus d. And if I look at that 1, 1 situation, f of 1 is going to be a log base b of 2 minus 1 plus d equals 1. And what's happening here is this 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's a log base b of 1 plus d equals 1, but all of this stuff, get out of the way again, this stuff is just going to be 0, because log base b of anything is going to be, log base b of 1, any kind of base with a 1 is going to be a 0. So we end up with d equals 1. Okay, that's helpful. I'm going to have to give myself more space now, so I'm going to get out of this part here. And we're down to f of x equals a log base b of 2 minus x plus 1. Now let's see what else we can fill in here. We have that 3, so f of, let's just say -3 equals a log base b of 2 minus -3 plus 1. So we can say f of -3 equals a log base b of 5 plus 1 equals, and I forgot to put that as equals to 3. Now here's, I'm not going to call this a leap. I'm going to say that this is a reasoned explanation. Given that we have a solid whole number here with this whole calculation, indicates that this base must be really related to this number 5 here. And so like if that was a 4 in there, I'd say it could be, a 2 or 4 as the base. But given that it's a 5, it's not unreasonable to say that, well, maybe this b is a 5. So our f of -3 is a log base 5 of 5 plus 1 equals 3. Go with that. Then I can subtract the 1 from both sides. And a log base 5 of 5 equals 3. Well, what's log base 5 of 5? That's 1. And that's, I did my math wrong, because apparently 3 minus 1 is 2, and not 3. So that should be a 2 there and there. Call that a 2. So a must be 2. So the formula you come up with in the end is f of x equals 2 log base 5 of x minus 3. It's x. Sorry, it's the other way around. It's 2 minus x plus 1. And that's what we're after. And I'm going to say, I admit here that this is the biggest leap, is coming up with this 5. that. It kind of makes sense because you had a nice whole number, not some, what do you call it, irrational number there. Okay, hope that helps.